Hey guys, this is Sandy White from Simply Fit, your number one health and wellness cheerleader. And on today's segment, I'm talking about your big mouth. What's coming out of your mouth? What's throwing you off course? We're going to jump into that right after this. So, what we have to do is be mindful of what's coming out of our mouth. Jimmy Evans, I'll leave a link. You can go check out some of his videos, but he is a Christian counselor, a pastor. And when I was looking at some of the videos, I was like, man, not only do you do this in your marriage, but you do this in everyday life. So if we can kind of help each other out, stay accountable, stay on track, we'll see better results in our life. And the other thing is being consistent. Sometimes we talk ourselves out of it. We self-sabotage ourselves, saying different things like why you're not seeing the results in your health and wellness. Well, one, you're not being consistent. Two, it's your mouth. The Bible even tells us faith comes by hearing, hearing by the word of God. So guess what? The first person that hears whatever comes out of your mouth is you, whether you say it very low or if you muffle or however you say it, you could be the only one that you think hears it, but it's you and God. And you tend to believe you before you believe anybody else. So let's jump into number one. No particular order. Just want to provide these guys with you all. So the first one is when you speak words of life, because the Bible says your tongue is the pen of a ready writer. You are actually writing your dream life. So we're talking about all things health and wellness. So you go to a party. I've given you all multiple tips on what you can do before you go to a party. You're going to be out eating it, and they got all kind of good foods. It's the holiday season coming up, but you don't have to go off target to have fun. So you can eat before you go. Remember, I told you guys that. So therefore, when you get there, you're not in need of anything that's going to derail you, and you can stick with water and be fine with it, or the seltzer water. And or when you eat, you'll be okay with eating the things, your protein, your vegetables, your carbs, staying in your calorie deficit so you can be a winner. So the first one that I want to share with you guys is the right tone. Sometimes you guys, when you fall off your schedule, my God, you're worse talking to yourself than anybody else. So we don't want to do that. So you want to be kind. You want to take some breathers. You want to, come up with a game plan. And I'm not saying for the next night. I mean, as soon as you realize I have done something that I shouldn't have done for, that's related to your health and wellness, stop, regroup, moving forward. Okay, these are the choices that we're going to make. And if you are, I hate to say this, but if you're not going to be accountable to yourself, then pull somebody aside. That will be your accountability partner. Next one, which is the right time. When are you talking to yourself? Are you talking to yourself first thing in the morning so you can start off, this is our schedule, this is what we're going to do? And also, another way to be accountable, just write everything down. Checkbox. We're going to do this. We're going to eat this. There are times where, which is what I just shared with you guys. If you go somewhere and you eat something or you drink something that you normally wouldn't, don't do it in excess, but also don't beat yourself up about it. Just get back on your course. Don't make it a big deal. Don't chastise yourself. Don't belittle yourself. That doesn't help you. And if you don't have anybody to talk to, then journal your perfect day. Then read it back to yourself. And if you have to, record it So if you're like, I feel like I'm about to get off course, and do it on your phone. So it's not like, oh my God, I recorded it and then I left it on my computer. Do it on your cell phone. And that way you can hit that, listen to it right away, calm yourself down, and then regroup into yourself in love. If you mess up, it's okay. And that's exactly how you need to speak to yourself. It's okay. I enjoyed myself. I liked what it was. It tasted great. Go through all of that. It was excellent to my taste buds. It's the holidays. It's a one and done. So moving forward, I like this flavor. I like this taste. But I will try to do an alternate if like it was super sugary or something like that, high in carbs. Make some alternate suggestions on how you can, because you're not going to do one party and that's going to be it. You're going to do multiple parties. You're going to be around a bunch of family, but make yourself accountable. Stay on track. You can't reproduce your body, but you can make it better. Our next one is going to be, you're going to train yourself to speak life to yourself and to those around you. What do I mean by that? Okay, so those that are in your inner circle, when you guys are speaking life to each other, it's bouncing off of you, it's going to the other person. It's like someone starts yawning. It's contagious. Everybody starts doing it, or somebody starts giggling. Everybody starts doing it. So if we're all talking positive things that can encourage each other as well as ourselves, we're going to constantly keep bouncing that positivity off of ourselves. The next person is just going to keep going around and around. It's going to be so infectious, and it's going to be very hard for you to basically speak anything other than what you guys have done. And I'll challenge you, if you do it for 31 days, you guys will be amazed at the results that you get from your group, that you get from yourself. If you don't have anybody, then you want to keep a journal of the days that you're saying what you're saying that's positive to yourself, and then do the mirror effect. Stand in the mirror and talk to yourself. Okay? You're hearing it, God's hearing it, and you can practice like that. And then when you get out around other people, you just become infectious with those positive things. And guess what? You are putting those seeds out into the atmosphere, and you're gonna get them back. So the first one was your tone. Oh, and the timing. I believe I said that, but if I didn't, the timing. So sometimes you might want to wait. Like if you encountered a bad day, I'm going to tell you guys right now, don't go down the list of the negatives. Matter of fact, just go somewhere, relax, do a woosah, and then when you go over whatever the challenge was, pick out all of the things that were positive and enhance on those. And if you have to do the negative, look at the negative and then dissect it where you can insert positive. So if you know it's a situation you're going to be encountered with again and again and again, then you know what you'll be doing when it comes up the next time. You'll be better prepared. And then you can practice those words, not the negative things. All right. So better tone, better time, speaking love, and then training yourself to speak positive to yourself and those around you. So let's jump into the last few and we'll wrap this up. You can have your dream life, meaning how your body reacts, how it looks, how it feels. I know when I'm more achy, and this is why I should have got a copy of it for you, but you could do you could create your own list. I have a pad, and it's specifically for things to do throughout the day, things to remind me of, like, did you exercise? Did you drink your water? How much water did you drink? What affirmations did you use for today? You can purchase these, or you can literally make it yourself. Take your time. Think about and then script out how you want your day to go. So when you get up, when I get up, I want to take a few minutes. I want to thank God for being able to get up. I want to pray a little bit. And then I have a family. So my routine is, getting up, getting me dressed, getting them dressed, getting them out the door. But before you get into the hustle and bustle of your everyday life, what do you see as your dream life? What do you want out of it? A lot of us, we're doing things that we feel we need to do it out of duty. Let's take duty out of it. What is going to make you super happy? And for some of you guys, just taking that small title and then really thinking, what makes me super happy? And then from there, then you want to break it down. Like, okay, what makes me super happy? Since we're doing all things health and wellness, I would be super happy if I didn't have inflammation making me super sore every time I try to exercise. So you could do a bottle of water before you go to bed, a bottle of water as soon as you get up. That's helping you to lubricate your cells, your muscles, moving out toxins in your body. And then, stagnate the water throughout the day, because I don't know how your schedule is going to be. If you're drinking 16 ounces of water or 20 ounces of water at a time, is eventually going to want to come out. So you want to be able to stagnate that throughout the day where it's going to work perfect for you. Or you may be saying, I want to be able to eat better meals, but I'm constantly rushing. So you either schedule a day that you write your list out. You don't go to the store hungry. You go to the store with the list that you said you're going to pick. Use the app that I showed you guys last week to create your meals. Or I would like to start having more organic produce and meats in my routine for when I create my meals. So when you do because some people like to do batch cooking, pick one thing that you're going to swap out, and then it's going to be organic from the date that you picked it until I wouldn't want to say that you start growing your own vegetables, but just from the date that you start and forever until Jesus comes. How about that? Then make that your starting point. And then the next week or 2 weeks after, you switch something else out. And then be consistent on those items being I'm going to do organic meats or potatoes or vegetables or fruits. Pick something. Be consistent. I would not recommend doing everything at one time. But then, okay, so I'm going to do this organic. So when I get up, I'm going to meditate, or when I get up, I'm going to, this is what I'm going to say to myself to keep my day started. I'm going to start myself out with something positive. And the reason I say that, because some of you guys wake up in a really mood. So you don't want to start the day off like that and not recognize that you're starting off in a rah-rah mood, because it's going to carry over throughout the day. And this is where you hear people say, man, I got up and then this happened and that happened and that happened, and it's usually all negative. So if you get up and you start your day with, like I said, 16, 20 ounces of water, You are taking your time, you're doing your breath work, you're talking gentle and kind to yourself. And then set a timer and then maybe do it throughout the day. Or, as I mentioned before, that positivity, you have a phrase that you want to say to yourself, record it. And then when you feel that you're going in a direction that's not positive, and you may have the right to feel the way you want to feel, but you don't want to have that effect to continue throughout the day. So when you feel that you're going in a direction that's not going to be conducive for you, don't let your big mouth get you in trouble. Take the time, think about it, play that affirmation or play the positive phrase that you said you put on a recording on your phone. Listen to it, breathe, think about it, envision it. See yourself in your most, how can I say this? Say there's a particular place you want to visit. Say you've been doing research on it, you've got the pictures, you know all about that place. Envision you saying you're using your words to infiltrate your hearing in this particular special place. Calm yourself down so you're not constantly saying things out of your mouth that's not going to cause you to have a positive outcome. Does that make sense? Okay, so this is how you can have your dream life, and you can use it to fulfill that plan with the words coming out of your mouth. You can morning and you're like, my mornings start off hectic. Well, one, you want to identify what's going on, but you don't want to repeat that. Okay, so your mornings are starting off hectic. What can we do to get the opposite effect? So, do you need to get up 30 minutes early? Do you need to set some things out the night before? What can you do so that your morning doesn't start off so hectic? This is how we have to watch our mouth, because things can be going awry and we just repeat what we say. Those are seeds that you're planting. So the fruit of life, you're the tree, the words are your seeds. If they're positive, you're going to get positive fruit. If they're negative, you're going to get negative fruit. Bad things. We don't want the bad things. We don't want the negative things. We want to take our time and we want to, again, assess the situation. And then, like I said, do you need to do some things at night before you go to bed? Do you need to get up a few minutes early, or a combination of the two? Just assess the situation on the things that you would like to. And even if something is going positive, you may want it to be even more positive. So how can you make that even better? Assess the situation and then write yourself out a game plan. Remember, your mouth can get you in trouble, or your mouth can lead you to success. I love you guys. See you next week. Mwah. Bye.